Alright, so I don't know why, but I can't zoom in on my camera. But, working on a Dagoth deck right now. Started putting it together on my lunch break. But, not sure what else I could do with it. I mean, we got, let's see, one, two, six drain creatures total. These pretty cool. These got the Oathman in here. This triggers pretty decently. These two, I don't know. They're just fillers. I was running some 6 drops, but I just felt like the 6 drops were, I was running 3 of these, and then I was even trying to run 3 of these too. So that's six drops, right? And that's 3 green and 3 blue. So keep the color matched up. But I took 6 of those out for 6 of these, 3 of these. And then this card, this is an off card. So I traded this. What did I trade this for? And then I got an Odiving in here. Which, I don't know. I mean, it runs okay. And I mean, like, I could take 3 of these out. And put some items in, but I think the curve's okay. I think either way you could just put the 6 drops in there. In fact, we're just going to try that right now. And you could take this out and put a Rage in, even though that's a blue card. So we probably need one more awesome blue card. I mean, we could throw this in here for shits and giggles. We do have a lot of 2 drops. We could run that. But I mean, that's like turn 9 stuff. Summon a random creature from your deck with the cost equal to your current magic. Not ideal for that. So a 5/5 guard with ward. I mean, I was running Supreme Atromancer. Like, this is how I had the deck. And I just felt like the early curve wasn't getting me there. And plus 2, like, these cards will help triggering the Oathman, right? Because you can play these early. And, you want to play Oathman early. So you got 7 cards on the top end of your deck that aren't contributing to Oathman, right? And usually games are pretty much winding down to the end. Like, you got some finishers here. And Kano can do 5 damage to the face. We've got, that's 3, 6, 9. That's 9. Plus 12. Plus 5. Right? So 12. That's 21. That's 26 damage. to the face. Is that right? No. 12 plus 9, right? So that's 19, 20, 21 plus 5 is 26. That's 26 damage. 26, 7, 8, 9. So that's 29 damage to the face. Plus you got another 6 and another 8. And then don't forget these. You got, that's another 12. So that's 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, that's 36, 41, that's 41 face damage right there. Plus, you know, it's getting ridiculous. But, so there's enough damage to do from hand, right? And then not to mention this guy can do 7, what's this he? 5 damage if it's turn 7 or higher, right? So let's jump into a game. Oh, forgot to talk about the 12 prophecies. We got 3 support cards. We're running the Thieves' Den. No items though. I mean, I was running the 4-drop, you know, Sentinel's Battle Mace, but I mean, it is reach and everything, but the 4-drops, you know, I'm already at 16. With the 4-drops, I got the Elusive Schemer, and I'm putting in the Ashlander Punisher. And so, you know, and I got the Territorial Vipers and the support card. So, I don't think, you know, running the Battle Mace is better necessarily, because you're going to play that 4 costs and you're not going to put another minion on the board. You're just going to use the same one you got on the board, if you've got one on the board. I'm always a fan of adding creatures to the board. I'm a big fan of board presence. And we're going to keep Merrick at Oswallow just because he's a unique legendary. So he's only going to come up, you know, once in a while. So just wait and see what he does. I don't like to go face real early, just because, so if I can get, now see, oh, I thought that was an Oathman. If I can get my Oathman out, then that would be great. So we've got blue and green. So we can trigger Oathman already. We just have to draw it. And we're already almost to the Murik at Oswald. And he wants to kill that. I say go for it. I say play this. He's probably got Javelin or some kind of removal. I didn't pay attention to what I was playing against until just now. But I'm not gonna, I can't just sit here and not play cards because I think they have a Javelin, right? I'm gonna play it, let them play. It's a card for card. It's a 5-drop for 5 drops, so it's an even trade-off. And so we can play this. So I'm going to let him do all the trading, right? Let him trade. I'll get the damage in while I can. You see what I mean? He played the battle mace. Yes, he got rid of the creature, but you know, so I can just do this.
We'll have to settle this the hard way. We must hold the gate. Watch yourself now.
You will die when you this.
Same effect, but I used Woodcrafter. Got another creature on the board, gave it ward, and get, you know, so.
We must protect our stronghold.
There goes support. Could probably draw another one.
I only need one shot.
That's fine. So what we do here is
I will have your head.
we'll just kill that.
Stand down, give us strength. I scale this shadow.
I mean, that'll give you reach, and we've got a lightning bolt from hand if we need. So my minions are out of range without an item, and that's a 2-for-1. Unless he buffs it up a little bit more.
They missed their
Okay.
Let's shed some light on the problem. Let's shed some light on the problem.
By Stendar's might.
So if he has reverberating strike, obviously that's a bad thing for me. And I got 2 firebolts for that, because you can't go face with the firebolts. I'll use 2 of those instead of a lightning bolt, because I can go face with the bolt. And I can wardcraft to make that work. So you got 2 of those? No? So I can just end the game right here.
By Stendar's might.
You know what I mean? I can wordcraft.
Watch yourself now. I have you now. I have you now.
Shall we put in this on the stage where
And I could have killed him, but you know, maybe I get to play Dagoth. You know?
The Fighters Guild stands ever ready.
He's not running Ice Storm, I guess. What a pity. Should be running it. So he resigned anyway. So I think having the lower end creatures is better. You know, having that early curve. Being able to trigger Oathman early, sooner, is really good. And, you know, like, a lot of people don't run Dagoth because it's probably, and you know, Odiving and Dagoth, these are probably wasted slots for the most part, just because games don't normally last long enough to see those in play. But I like the memes. Like, if I'm gonna run a Dagoth deck, then I want Dagoth in my deck. You know what I mean? Because I just think that's just a thing for me. We didn't get to see Cliff Racer. We didn't get to see Hand of Dagoth. We didn't see Ancano, Tazcad, Dagoth Odiving. We didn't see Viper, Queen Barazaya, or Baronzaya, however you say it. We didn't see Schemer. I don't think we saw Ashlander. And we didn't see the Oathman yet. Vigilant Ancestor. So Cunning Ally triggered twice. Well, because we played in the same turn, but it triggered, and you know, some games it doesn't trigger, and it makes me want to take it out. Like, but it's there, you know. It's just an extra card. You know, it's giving you something. Thieves Guild Recruit came in handy that game, I believe. Sly Marshblade we didn't see. Fighters Guild Recruit we didn't see. We didn't see Ungolem. Awakened Dreamer. And yeah, so, but you know, it's 75 cards, and what can you do? So looking for ways to improve the deck. I mean, you could go straight aggro and just take out the 5 top end cards here. You could take Murak out, Ancano, Tazcad, and you'd have to replace, well, you could use Hand of Dagoth. So you could take Dagoth out, and you know, you could just take out these 5 cards right here. And so the question is, what 5 cards would you add? I mean, where would you put them? You have 18 2-drops and 18 3-drops, 16 4-drops, and 10 5-drops. So where would you put 5 more cards? Would you put them in the 1-drops? Could you get, I mean, 5 1-drops? You know, I don't know. Like, so 1-drops would be probably 2 rapid shots and 3 steel scimitars. You know, for instance, or you could do 3 rapid shots and 2 scimitars, or you could do, I mean, I don't know, like, I don't think the trade-off is worth it. I think keeping the 5 7-drops, or you know, these for finishers, just for the meat, you know, just to have some cool stuff to play. Well, what I would like to see from the Legends at this stage in the game, you know, because it's getting real crazy, right? Like with the decks that are being made and everything, it's just you don't get to see a lot of high-end cards anymore too much, not too often. Like, it would be cool to build an awesome dragon deck, right? So like, I have the best thing I can come up with for dragon is Spell Sword. I don't, the green, the one that I think it's green and purple, and it runs a bunch of Drain Vitalities. I don't like that one. Just not a big fan of it. I don't know why. It's a good one though, but I just don't like it. But you know, Journey, and then the only dragons really are like Spine of Elder's Blood, Undying Dragon, and you got Nagaleev and Odoving, Parthenax, and Alduin, right? And that's it. That's it. That's the only dragons you're running. The rest of the stuff is, you know, some, I mean, you need some removal, right? So we got Edict of Azura and Javelin. We got Cicero. We got 2 Squish to Wimpies. We got 2 Soul Tears. And we're running 2 Dragon Cult Ghosts and a Hissgrove. You know, Cicero, 2 Ordinary Necromancers. So we can start spinning stuff back. Like Cicero, we can get back. We can get back Galen. You know, just whatever. I mean, if you Galen the Necromancer, then you can pull Galen. You can loop them. You can do a lot of crap. You know, anything 5 or less you can bring back. So I guess you could bring this back if you wanted to. You could bring Young Mammoth back, Treeminder. Basically anything before the dragons. I mean, you could bring Murak back, because this would be a 6/6. You could bring this back. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, we could take it for a spin, but it's not too often that you get to run Journey. But like I'm saying, you know, what I would like to see from Legends is being able to use all the colors in any given deck. Whether you're running a 50 card deck, a 75 card deck, or a 100 card deck, you should be able to put whatever color combinations. You should be able to use every color. You know, like one card from every color, a couple cards from every color, whatever you want to do. You know, I'd like to see that become a thing, just because I think the game is in a bad state, I guess you could say. You know, it's just too like Swindler's Market. They're talking about doing 30 plus damage from hand on turn 6. That's just, what do you do with that? I mean, everybody gets mad when they get beat by an orc deck that beats them on turn 5, right? Like, that shouldn't be a thing. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be a thing. You know, because the idea is to play for fun. Well, maybe that's a bad choice of words. I mean, because playing competitively is great too, but you want to have fun doing it, and it feels sleazy when you run decks like that, because you almost feel guilty, right? When you beat somebody by turn 4, you know, it's kind of like, it's cool and all, but don't you want to see all these cool high cards? Like, you want to play Odiving, you want to play Murak and stuff. So like, I'll just let him kill that. It's a mirror match. Okay. You want it, you can have it. Maybe that was a bad play, but I don't know, he might have crushing blow. Who knows? He plays that, and I can play Emperor's Blade. I mean, I could have played that in the Shadow Lane and then played Emperor's Blade. But I don't know what he's doing. Did he disconnect or something? Trying to figure out why I put it there for him to trade off with.
Steadfast, brothers.
That works too, right?
Into the breach.
Oh, you don't want to break a rune, you pussy. So we'll give him Emperor's Blade, and then we'll give him another Emperor's Blade. We're going to contest the board. I'm going to fight for the board. Because it looks like he's trying to run some kind of Crusader or something, you know what I mean? Like a... Yeah, it's like a Crusader deck. Except it's not red and yellow, it's yellow and purple. Shackle. And kill it. Well, that was just outstanding.
At the ready.
Comes another one right at you.
Chimera, spirit of the sky, guide us.
Okay.
I hear and obey. Into the breach.
I'll whip them into shape.
Pretty well. Fill a lane. So that's 8, 10, 12 damage. Oh no, that's 3. So let's just go there.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Should have played that first. Oh wow. So it's a token deck. We're really not going to do good unless he keeps letting me. I really don't have anything I can bring back yet. So I can steal his if I survive. What is this? 1/1 for each other friendly creature, huh?
Speak, citizen.
I'll profit from your death.
Gonna do the 1-turn kill. So basically he has enough. That's 8.
I hear and obey. Acknowledge.
I'll get some health out of it.
I hear and obey. Into the breach. We are ready for anything.
Ita Orion.
Yeah, good game. But that's it for the dragons. I mean, that was a good deck. I like that. That was good. Lasted longer than, you know, average stuff. Then we have I like my Alter Telvanni. I like to run it once in a while. Just so we got 7 3-drops because we want to get the Necromancer's Amulet, and we have 6 6-drops because we want to get the Altar of Despair. But we want the Necromancer, and we want the Giant Bat and Galen, right? Because, you know, we want those. No Cicero in here, but we got Nest of Vipers, 2 of them, 2 Talon Lords, 2 Magic Lords, 3 Baranos, Journey, 3 Bone Colossus, Elusive Schemers, we got Moonlight Werebat, and Restless Templar. So we Territorial Viper, Cliff Racer, Brynjoff, Sun and Shadow, Thorana for yeah, the bolts. You know, and, you know, Squish the Wimpies and Sorcerer's Negation, Firebolt, Ungolem, just the typical stuff that we run in here. And I give you a little preview of that. And, you know, win or lose, I don't care what deck you build, it can lose, right? Like, there's no win-all build. These are just fun decks that I like to run. These are decks that I made, that they're not net decks, or, you know what I mean? I like to build my own stuff to see what I can do. And I don't do bad. I can hit legend at any given season whenever I want. Like, I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying I have all the cards, so I can make pretty much whatever I want. And I don't want to run net decks. I mean, I get ideas from the net decks because you gotta have a base. You gotta know. You gotta have an idea of what's out there, right? I mean, half the battle is knowing what you're playing against. And so I look at the decks and I I get some ideas, and then I'm like, I like this style better, but it doesn't really fit with the theme. So I usually just take some ideas here and there and smash them together and make whatever. You know what I mean? Like Squish the Wimpy with Nighttown Lord. It's a combo. It's a combo. So I'm gonna have to run this here. I'll just use this.
I smell the stench of the living.
I don't really care about the health right now because I want card draw. And the health later. And he destroyed it. Okay, well that works too there, pal. Way to go, buddy. I'll let him have another turn at it. Get that other rally. That'll be 3 rallies.
Should have been more work.
Or 2, something like that. It's a 2-drop, so 3 and 4. There's what we want to get rid of. And so we're gonna have to play Werebat. So we can Lightning Bolt and Werebat.
I will have your moisture. I serve the house.
And he's gonna guard it up.
I live to serve.
And so
Cut your purse. I will have your moisture.
Slay the unworthy.
You will die where you stand.
call me crazy, but yeah.
Scaleless fool. Steal from folks who ain't using it. That's the key. Rise, my servant. You will die where you stand. I wasn't looking for trouble.
Let's go then. My time is precious.
Behold my power.
So far, we're not getting any altars or amulets. And that's a shame. There's an altar. Probably should have attacked first, but that's okay. I don't make the best trades, or, you know. So if I can get an amulet here, this would be good. And we didn't get one, so we'll just kill that.
If I fall,
Play that, see what he does with it.
you must be cleansed.
There's that.
This one will get what is needed.
You can tell them you thought.
To oblivion.
He's probably got another Shadowfen Priest.
You cannot.
Or Edict. That works too.
You can tell them you thought.
I will protect the hist.
won't even see my blade coming.
Fire orders, of course.
Walk with our Lord.
No problem.
The hist provides.
So sometimes it doesn't play like you want it to, right? You don't get, you know, your amulets, you don't get to have your altars, and the deck has to be strong enough to win even without them, right?
Your blood
With all the removals in the world coming at you,
They will die by the Prince of Blood.
and this is fine too.
I smell the stench of the living. I lurk in the shadows. Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
This should help you.
Can you please help me?
Meet your doom.
If I fall,
Just rest me.
You cannot.
They won't even see my blade coming. Death comes in silent winds. I smell the stench of the living.
For the Emperor.
bleed for me.
Just rest me.
I'll whip them into shape. This should help you.
Kind of crazy how my amulets never came out.
Meet your doom. I'll see you dead.
A spy? No. I'm just an old man with a schooner problem.
We must count on our wits. I didn't draw any cards.
This dark brotherhood is a pox, and I shall cure it.
I guess I left my phone somewhere. Huh.
I didn't come here.
Nothing will stop my rise.
This is on
Yep,
your
he'll go
head.
face. Kind of figures.
I swear, thank you.
Nothing will stop my rise.
I needed the health. Drain life. Drain vitality. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever it's called. Drain life. Oh, gargoyle. Okay, wow. Game over here.
Rise, my servant. You must be cleansed.
There goes my altar. Oh, he got charged. Good game. So, I just been having a bad run. I'm not getting any of my stuff, you know? I don't know. Whatever. What else do we have in here? I made this, I don't know why, but... yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cheeky. Basically, it's my spell sword deck with the green added in. Agility. What else do we got? Oh man. I hate that. I wanted to go back to the... Yeah. Alter Scout. So instead of 75 cards, that's a 50 card altar. Works. Now my Ebonheart pack, it does okay. It's just a bunch of orcs with agility. You know, some weird mechanics. The only problem with this deck is it's too fast for itself. And you don't get to see some of the high-end stuff. Like, it's an orc deck with agility so that you can have some drain options. We got 2 Night Shadows for drain. We've got 3 Giant Bats for drain. We've got Brinjoff for drain. We have Clockwork Scorpion for drain. And yeah, we got Viper Nest, 2 of them. Aspect of Hircine, Tazcad. We have 3 Aspect of Hircines, Tazcad. We got Lear's Titanborn. You know, all the big players. Wood Orc Headhunters. Soul of Revenge. Militant Chieftains. Urin the Scald King. Cliff Racers. You know, Thieves Den. We'll run it. Let's check it out. I mean, it's not your typical Ebonheart. Like, I don't see anybody else running an orc-based Ebonheart deck. I haven't seen one. Except mine. So... where the fuck is my phone? My girl's probably wondering if I got a ride home or not. Okay, so 3, 4, 6. We'll keep the Night Shadow. So that's Dagoth, right? Up against Dagoth. Ebonheart meets Dagoth. Alright, so we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a pretty good curve. If we can get there. No, he's gonna play something.
This might be handy.
On turn 1. So this is a mid-range Dagoth. Mid-range Dagoth.
See if you can outrun.
Do your worst.
Mean Fox.
No problem. I don't know if I should use Viper on that or not.
Have business
Yeah.
with House Lanu.
It's Mean Fox. This is where
He doesn't know it's an orc deck yet.
My business is none of theirs.
Did he run out of steam?
Care to make a friendly wager?
I'd like to kill that.
Have business with House Lanu.
So is this gonna be the fucking the market deck?
You bet on the wrong side.
My business is none of theirs.
Behold, my magnificent monster.
I'm ready for anything. Close ranks, let nothing through. You can't win.
You bet on the wrong side.
Works at the ready.
Let's do the fish stick.
My business is none of theirs.
We must protect our stronghold.
Let's do the fish stick.
Come at me.
It's bullshit, man.
This is our force. I'm ready for anything.
Fucking bullshit.
Nicely done.
Fuck you.
Nicely done.
Ah, I fucked that all up.
The victory is yours.
I would have lost anyway. Anyway, I lost a shit ton of games. We gotta beat them down Telvanni deck. Let's just play it. No sense in looking at it. Hold on, I gotta find my phone now.